If you're deciding to go to Utah, specifically the Salt Lake City area, and you own an IKON Pass, you're in for a treat. This part of the United States has over 6 IKON Pass destinations, each offering their own unique terrain and atmosphere. They also see some of the highest snow accumulations in the United States. Today, I'll be ranking these resorts based on their terrain, lifts, operations, and powder quality. Stay tuned for updates throughout the video. At the bottom of the list is Deer Valley, located east of Salt Lake City in Park City, Utah. This resort is known for its luxury feel and upscale accommodations. The terrain complements the vibe of the resort, featuring an overwhelming selection of groomers. Many of these groomers are groomed on a daily basis, making for fantastic corduroy. These groomers are also easily lappable due to the great lift infrastructure across the mountain. However, for those looking for more challenging terrain, Deer Valley comes up quite short. With the exception of Daly Chutes and Mayflower Bowl, there aren't a lot of particularly challenging runs compared to other ski areas in Utah. Additionally, although Deer Valley receives about 300 inches of snow per year, putting it on par with many ski areas within the Rockies, it is not comparable to resorts within the Big Cottonwood and Little Cottonwood Canyons, which receive much higher snow totals. And finally, lift ticket prices are outrageous for the terrain and experience offered at the resort. On peak days, tickets can top almost $300, placing it among the most expensive resorts in the United States. This makes it difficult for many people to enjoy the mountain and forces people to buy an IKON Pass in order to make it somewhat affordable. These shortcomings made Deer Valley the lowest ranked IKON Pass resort in Utah. Next on the list is Solitude, located in Big Cottonwood Canyon, about 40 minutes from Salt Lake City. This resort is known for its stunning scenery, laid-back vibes. The terrain of this ski area is much more varied than Deer Valley, featuring everything from mild groomers to unimaginable steeps on the wall of Honeycomb Canyon. So why then is it ranked so low on the list? It basically boils down to the fact that while Solitude does see solid accumulation totals and has a greater variety of terrain, its overall skiable footprint is not large enough to warrant it higher on the list. With only 1,200 acres, this is small in comparison to the ski areas that are on the list. Additionally, the advanced terrain is only reachable by hiking and is subject to inconsistent closures. In other nearby ski areas, similarly difficult areas can be accessed by lifts and are subject to more consistent openings. These shortcomings hold Solitude to the number 5 spot on this list. Coming up on a higher ranking than Deer Valley and Solitude, Brighton is a great, family-oriented area located at the top of Big Cottonwood Canyon. This resort is known for its laid-back atmosphere, freestyle parks, and night skiing. The terrain of this area is somewhat easier than both Solitude or Deer Valley, but it is much more accessible. With every section of the mountain served by a high-speed lift, it is easy to quickly lap all the terrain on the mountain. Additionally, the terrain is all designed to funnel back into one of these high-speed lifts, making wayfinding a piece of cake. The night skiing further contributes to this area's ranking, as it is a unique experience within ski areas of the Rockies. For Utah, it is the only resort that offers evening hours. There are over 200 acres of lights to ski under. For those looking to expand their terrain offerings at night, you can wear a headlamp and essentially ski anywhere on the mountain, allowing riders to extend their precious vacation days. However, for those looking for more challenging terrain, Brighton, like Deer Valley, does not offer much. There is some hard terrain located off the Millie Express lift, but due to the relatively low vertical of the ski area, this steep section flattens out rather quickly. For those looking for longer and steeper trails, other resorts may provide much more than Brighton. These shortcomings prevent Brighton from being in the top 3 IKON Pass ski areas within the Salt Lake City area. Entering at the bottom of the top 3, Snow Basin is the other IKON ski area that is not located within one of the Cottonwood Canyons. In fact, it's not even close. Located north of Salt Lake City and away from all other ski areas, Snow Basin provides unique scenery and terrain that cannot be found anywhere else in Utah. It also has some of the nicest bathroom and lodge facilities I've ever seen in my entire life. Snow Basin is located at the base of Mount Ogden, one of the highest peaks within the Wasatch Range of the Rocky Mountains. The terrain at this ski area, generally speaking, is steep and long. You will not find many dense tree runs here, but instead clusters of vegetation that provide a contrast to the rest of the terrain. Furthermore, the openness of the ski area provides for some stunning views of the surrounding mountains, something that cannot be replicated at any other ski area across Utah. And finally, almost all of the terrain is lift-served, making it easier to access compared to other ski areas on this list. So what's holding it back from the number 2 spots? Snow accumulation. Snow Basin sees just under 300 inches of snow per year, putting it in the average for ski areas within the Rockies. The top remaining ski areas on this list receive at least 25% more snow in a given year, making for much better conditions. In turn, this enables them to open more varied terrain, making for a more well-rounded skiing experience. In the number 2 spot is a historic and legendary ski area located at the top of Little Cottonwood Canyon, happily named Alta. Known for its snowboarder band and old-school feel, Alta provides some of the most stunning terrain and snowfall totals of ski areas within the United States. Within Alta, several terrain areas of the mountain stand out. These areas include Catherine's area, Devil's Castle, and the East Castle. Terrain in this area is hard to access, but can hold powder for days, making it for exhilarating turns. If you're looking for easier terrain, the Devil's Elbow Trail and the Ballroom Bowl are wonderful runs for intermediate skiers. And finally, if you're looking to do hard terrain, head to the Baldy Chutes to do some of the most difficult inbounds terrain in all of Utah. And by the way, all of this terrain can be done without the interference of snowboarders. So, if Alta is the perfect skiing utopia, what's holding it back from the number 1 spot? Simply put, hiking and catwalking. Every good terrain area requires some prolonged catwalk or hike to get to, limiting the amount of laps you can complete in a day. Additionally, if the terrain has fresh tracks for powder, this can result in a huge rush of skiers to hike up the terrain area. The hiking boot track can become jammed and result in even longer laps. Unfortunately for Alta, a significant portion of its terrain requires a decent hike to reach, severely limiting the overall accessibility of the ski area and firmly placing it into the number 2 spot. Other than this huge shortcoming, Alta is a great ski area to explore and should be a top destination spot when visiting Salt Lake City. Taking the number 1 spot of all IKON Pass ski areas in Utah is Snowbird, located in Little Cottonwood Canyon. With an iconic tram, great terrain, and great snowfall, it's hard to deny this ski area's destination status and high acclaim within the snow sports community. To put it concisely, Snowbird has every type of terrain imaginable. From groomers to the steepest and most inaccessible runs, everybody in your party will be able to find a trail that is really enjoyable at this ski area. For example, for those looking to access some of the gnarliest lift accessible runs in North America, take a look at the Cirque. With runs such as Great Scott and Silver Fork, this area of the mountain will test abilities of any advanced or expert level skier and rider. For people looking for more mellow terrain, the groomers off the Baldy Lift might be more up your alley. And if you want mogul runs, just take a look at the Gad 2 lift. There are so many trails over there that I can't not even count it on a map. So after hearing all this, you might think Snowbird does not really have any downsides, right? Well, like any other ski area, it does. The biggest downside is arguably the inconsistency of openings. Due to the extreme steepness of Little Cottonwood Canyon, ski trails can often be closed due to varying levels of avalanche danger. This is most infamous with Pipeline Couloir, which only opens for a handful of days each year. This inconsistency can make it hard to complete bucket list runs, further complicating the logistics and planning of a ski vacation. All in all, snowboard does have its shortcomings, but compared to other ski areas in Utah, they're minor. Therefore, it sits at the top of all other IKON Pass ski resorts in Utah. I have now ranked all of the IKON ski areas in Utah. What are your thoughts? Do you have any favorite ski areas or favorite memories of skiing in Utah? Leave a comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, and I hope you come back to the channel for future content. Goodbye.